the simplest way to rag it. In this video, we're gonna show you and give you for free this simple and fast N8N JSON file and workflow. A workflow that lets you create rags inside N8N, which are LLM/chat models trained on any data you give it. Literally, with one click, you will be able to upload a file and train that chat LLM to this data that you uploaded with. It's a great workflow. Everything is handled inside N8N, no external tools, no external sources, and using only OpenAI. And we're also going to build a custom front end that we're going to connect it to instead of using the chat of N8N. So let's get straight into the video here, and you see the workflow right here. And this is basically it. We have it split into two phases, which is the load flow. And you basically have a form from N8N where you upload the file to this form. So you press execute, which will give you the ability to upload files. Once you do that, it's going to trigger the embedding document, which is the insert data store, insert documents operation mode, and embedding batch of 200. Then you have to connect the default data loader with these queries, which you see here: mode, load all input data, automatically detect by meme type, and text splitting simple. You connect it to the embedding. You have your API key connected, and you have a text embedding 3 small. On the other side, you build an actual AI agent. You connect it to the chat model you want to use, and you have in the tool the query data tool. So the query data tool is where you will be able to query this exact knowledge base, which is the one where you added from the form, and you have to ensure this is the same name, and you can just connect it to OpenAI, and with that name it will find the exact files. So this is how you build it. Below in the YouTube description you will find the link to this JSON file. Now I'm going to show you the cool part, which is building a Lovable front end that we are going to access this with, right? So instead of using this chat, we're going to actually have a webhook. So let me show you. Here is my Lovable, and I'm going to make a prompt. I'm going to start totally from scratch with you guys right now, and we're going to build it right here. So I'm going to say, we are building a chat bot, simple and clean UI, more like a fast and smooth interface. I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind. The only functionality is chat, where the chat will in the backend query a webhook, triggering an N8N workflow. So this is how we explain it. An N8N workflow. We explain you will receive the response and show that in the UI. So that's how we say. And now let's do some design sort of query as well. We want a nice aesthetic UI. Maybe what should we use as example? Clean gradient colors and lights, but professional. So I just say some bullshit here. Let's see what happens. Professional. So honestly, the most important thing is that you explain that you want a chat interface, and you explain the logic behind it so he understands what it should set up from the get-go, right? So let's kickstart this off. It's going to probably take a few minutes. And over on N8N, meanwhile, as Lovable is loading here, we're going to do some nice stuff. So we're going to give it some information first of all. So let's execute this workflow and find some data. I'm going to do that now. So I just found this document here, had laying in my laptop, Visa stablecoin crypto document. It has a lot of information, so this will be very nice to test with, right? So I'm going to literally just use that right now. So uploading that file is quite big. Let's see if it's able to handle it and what's going to happen, because it is, it's a huge document. So Right now it should have executed the node, waiting for you to submit the form. It's probably lagging. So what you do when it's lagging, you check the time. Okay, now it's 15:16, so it just inserted it. So this is what happened now. You can just copy to editor and you will see this exact thing. So yeah, 63 items. So this huge PDF got split into 63 items, which is individual items with the information. So that's how it splits it up and makes it easily searchable and queryable, right? And now you can see it's connected to the chat here. So we can test it right now. Of course, we need to just refresh because it's lagging and loading forever. But yeah, so right now we will be able to test it from the chat. So like, tell me about the visa stats. So it will be able to take the information, and you should see that it will query. Yes, query the data that succeeded, thinking from the information, and now it says from the direct PDF, stablecoin transaction volume, blah 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 blah. Right. So now we have uploaded the data and we have confirmed that it works. Right. So this is cool. Now we have custom data trained in Jonatan with OpenAI, and let's see. So here's the results. So we have not connected to the Supabase, so that's why it gives you the webhook URL. And for now, I'm gonna just do that too. Let's see if that will work. And we can see the chat bot here. It's kind of a cool UI. No need anything more. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this away, and we're gonna do webhook. So you press the webhook, and then you do production URL. Yes, you copy that, and that's basically it. And since it's production, you need to ensure that it's live. Yes, so when it's live, you will be able to query the production URL. So now, instead of giving it to Lovable or Supabase, which costs $10, I just pasted it in and it disappeared. So let's see if it works. I'm not sure. Let's test it out. Hi, Visa. Sorry. So let's fix the URL now. There is some issues. Okay, we're just going to do it the correct way. So what the correct way to do this is to connect to Supabase, right? So we have to connect first of all. The way you do that is you click the button, connect the project, Bloom. I have many projects, and just create one. And then we go, I have to log in here because I'm in a new browser. Let's check. Yeah, so we just press now to connect to the project we just created, and now it is connected, which means that now it has a backend, it has a database, and we need the database to be able to create an edge function, which is going to call the webhook on Jonatan, right? So now my face is over this text, but let's just write what we need to do here, so you will see the prompt. So we are querying this webhook in Jonatan to send and receive messages for the chat. So do like that, and then create the edge function that will handle this and make sure it works, something like that. You know, this is the most important thing. You don't even have to say create an edge function because it knows that. Now after this, we're going to remove this stupid section. Might be able to do that myself here. Yes, so you know, now you can actually save a bit by not using the chat and just you know, doing it manually. Hope I didn't break anything else when doing that. And let's see now. Okay, so now it should have been connected. There might be some, you know, few steps needed to be done. Let's see. Okay, so we need to inform it of the error. It still says connect webhook URL. Also ensure it's all removed from front end. Okay, let's see. So now it will make sure that the Supabase is in use and not just from front end functionality, which was a workaround before our Supabase was connected. Now it's doing that. Okay, let's try now. Hi. So now it's thinking. I don't think we will get a response because we have to add another step. But what we will be seeing is probably an execution. Okay, so it still didn't query it, so we need to do one more thing. Did it query the webhook? Check for any errors. And usually the first error that comes is usually the convention where oh wait. Yeah, where the webhook has a get HTTP method and it's probably using post. I can predict that this is what it's going to say now, and you need to be wary of that too. Use the same convention here and ensure that Lovable uses get if you use get, or post if you use post, which is the webhook communication method. And as we see, that's exactly what happened. So I have experience with this. I know how it works. Now it should query n8n. Very good. It might not still give a response because we might need to configure that in the end with an HTTP. So yeah, it really just said workflow was started, which it means that it did execute, but there is an error. And that's because we need to do the last step here. So that's, let's see first what the error is. Oh yeah, so because we added the chat, we actually need to do a change here. We need to say define below, and we need to ensure that from the webhook the information, which is the message, is here. So you can only do like that, or you can make a prompt. So let's say you have a specific chat application you want to do. So you can say, hi, you are a copy, a copywriting assistant, blah, 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 blah. So you can write the whole prompt, right, to give it that that prompting, that, background information, so that it will give you better answers. You can also do the system message, and but for me, I'm just gonna, have the chatbot as is. So you can do like, after having all the prompt here, right, you do like to tell it, here is the customer query. So we understand, okay, that's the prompt and that's the message, right? So that's the way to do it. And now we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to execute that just so you see that it will work. And that's what would be, sent back. Now we have the answer. Now how will we get it on the front end? Press send body JSON using fields below, add the title, and drag this here so that it's there, so that it can see it. Now I did just that. And now we should have a working app. So if we just refresh this while it's trying to check when I actually have solved the issue, as far as I'm aware. Let's see here. Hi, thinking. Workflow has started. Now, this is the last step. Let's see exactly what happened in the logs. Okay, so we had to troubleshoot some things here that caused issues. While the HTTP request method definitely works many times, where you will be sending to the HTTP link that Lovable sends you, you can also do respond to webhook, which you will define here, and that ensures that the same webhook will be receiving the message. So you have to add the respond to webhook, which when you search webhook will come here. You add the respond to webhook, and you have to add the query, here, respond with JSON. You can actually do different things, but just respond with JSON, and you add the text in the field you make, which is query message, and you add the field there. So if I say, give me some stats about stable coins, it should query that now and give the output from the document as we have created. Oh my days. Finally, we got it to work. So as you see, guys, it's returning the statistics from the chat. Let's try that again. Tell me about Visa and crypto. I will ask it something like that in a new chat. Tell me about Visa and crypto. So that was again what the PDF was about, which we gave to the RAG model, and now it should be giving that in a nice formatted way. So finally we solved this, and give me some stats, because stats was in the document, so we will be knowing for sure that it's querying. We can even check here, guys, if we go to executions. You will be seeing what's happening in real time. So now it's exactly what just was queried. Now we got the response here. So guys, this is how we made a full app with Lovable and n8n, and using the RAG model and the webhook thing. I actually spent some time to sort of fix the issues, because sometimes it's easy to use that and sometimes it's easier to just use the webhook. But I will be having this workflow below. Now guys, I have a Skool community that I just opened up for free. I made it free. I had it previously costing money, but now everything there will be free. You will learn how to build N8N workflows. There is a whole program to learn N8N from A to Z, and there are many workflows that I've used to sell and also that exist in our Skool community. Actually, over 200 workflows that are there for free for you. Join the Skool community. There are really no strings attached. I'm not going to ask you for anything. I'm trying to build a community where people can help each other and where you guys can benefit from me and my success and my knowledge. So just join there and we'll see you there. And I hope you enjoy this video. Again, building RAG in simple steps with front end. Very unique use case, something that can be created for specific use cases. I'll see you in the next video.